Hello, coolers, and welcome back to Viva Barca. Welcome to the home of everything Barcelona, where we are going to be discussing on the latest developing stories. We start with this Palmeiras wonderkid Endrick, as it has been reported that Real Madrid, PSG, and Chelsea are the one leading the race for the 16-year-old Barca target. We are going to be discussing on that as we move ahead. Then, secondly, talking about this report claiming that left back Alejandro Balde could learn his Spanish World Cup call-up fate tomorrow after Luis Enrique's update. Of course, yesterday we did report how Valencia left back Jose Gaya was injured during training, which means just maybe Alejandro Balde might stand a chance to be called up by Luis Enrique. But let's not forget that Marcos Alonso is also another candidate. So guys, before we get right into the stories in much detail, please do ensure to subscribe if you haven't. Turn on the post bell notification to always stay notified whenever I post a new video. Consider liking the video and please watch it right up to the very end. As football continues to grow on the grassroots level, teams get a chance to sign players early on in their careers in the hopes of discovering the next big thing in the sport. The likes of Kylian Mbappe and Erling Haaland, for example, broke through earlier than Lionel Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo, but the next player to sit on the throne will likely start making waves even earlier. One of the early contenders for the throne is Brazilian prodigy Endrick. At just 16 years old, he already has the attention of the world, with the likes of Barcelona, Real Madrid, among others, interested in securing his signature as early as next season. Recently, a report claiming that Endrick's father had scheduled a trip to Madrid in the coming week was floated, but that has since seen revision. I did not give any interview, and I never spoke about any travel to Madrid in the coming weeks, Endrick's father said, as quoted by Fabrizio Romano. There is no travel scheduled as things stand, his father confirmed. The reliable transfer journalist Fabrizio also provides a huge blow to Barcelona, claiming that Real Madrid, PSG, and Chelsea are frontrunners for his signature. Endrick has often been asked about his future in recent weeks, but has refused to give any suggestion. His father, too, has previously denied any pre-arrangement or preference for Madrid. There is nothing decided for Real Madrid or any other club. We have no preference yet. We will decide in the next months the club that will pay what Palmeiras want and show us the best technical project for Endrick. That is where we will sign this boy. As it stands, Barcelona may have to make a step up in their efforts for Endrick's signature. Otherwise, it seems that the Brazilian wonderkid is heading towards the Santiago Bernabeu. From the look of things, it looks like a lost battle for Barcelona when it comes to the race for Endrick, who has become a hot cake. Endrick have been linked with multiple elite clubs in Europe, and Fabrizio Romano coming with this disappointing and big blow for us that Barca are not still the frontrunners. I can't count the number of months that we have been showing interest in this guy. I can't count the last time we started talking about Endrick. It has been a long time since Barca have been showing interest in this guy, and it seems as though the race even it gets trickier because more top clubs even enter the fray to try to sign him up. And from the look of things, when we look at our financial capabilities, we cannot even compare with PSG. We cannot compare with Real Madrid. There are certain things that will really bring us down. We can't compete with the likes of the other top elite clubs when it comes to signing some young prospects. And Endrick, who have shown immense talent and is now the hot cake in Europe, Barcelona are not leading the race because Fabrizio tweeted yesterday how Real Madrid, PSG, and Chelsea are the one leading that race. So Barcelona will need to double their effort. We need to step up. Of course, we know that stepping up effort is not, financially as well. You need to step up the offers because Palmeiras will make huge money because the competition is tight, the competition is fierce. So it's going to be difficult for us, to be honest, to compete with the likes of Paris Saint-Germain, who have better financial stability, who are better financially than us. Real Madrid as well are also well to do. Chelsea. So let's see if Laporta and his board can make a miracle happen. Because really, I think Barca were one of the first, if not the first team to really get into contact with Endrick's cat. And just losing out on a player like that, I think many fans will be disappointed. Let's see. So it's going to take a miracle for Barcelona if they ever want to beat the likes of Madrid, PSG, and of course Chelsea to the likes of signing Endrick. So it's going to be interesting to see how this ends up. Of course, Endrick is still 16 years old and he can't get a work permit in Europe unless he turns 18 years old. So he will still be playing for Brazil for 2 more years before he can travel to Europe. So right now, what these clubs are fighting for is to see who will be the first person to at least book a place or to book the player. Maybe sign a pre-contract agreement, things like that. Maybe loan him to Palmeiras. Then when he turns 18 years old, he can now travel to Europe, where he can now be permitted to play. Then on to the next story of discussion. Spain warmed up for the FIFA World Cup 2022 by defeating Minos Jordan 3 goals to 1 in a friendly encounter earlier yesterday. Riding on goals from Ansu Fati, Gavi and Nico Williams. It was a routine win for Spain, who will begin their World Cup campaign in a few days against Costa Rica in Group E. Heading into the tournament, though, Spain have been hit with an injury concern as left-back Jose Gaya sustained an ankle sprain in training 2 days ago. The Valencia defender has been a regular in the Spain squad under Luis Enrique, and his injury comes as a big blow for the 2010 World Champions. But it could come as a boon for Barcelona youngster Alejandro Balde, as reports indicate that the 19-year-old could be in line to be called up for the Spanish national team squad in case Gaya cannot continue either. Earlier today, it was reported that Gaya's injury was not very serious, but speaking at the press conference after the win against Jordan, manager Luis Enrique claimed that a decision on the Valencia left-back's involvement in the World Cup will be taken tomorrow. He said, "The information belongs to the player and the doctors, more specifically the player. Tomorrow we will take a decision on it and we will inform you on it," Enrique said. In case it is deemed that Gaya cannot continue, Bade could be in line to receive his first ever call-up for the Spanish national team and play in the World Cup. The 19-year-old has enjoyed a fine breakthrough campaign, registering 3 assists in 12 La Liga matches. The La Masia ace is a left-back by trade, but also done the job at right-back as well on occasions for Barca this season. Apart from Bade, another Barcelona defender, Marcos Alonso, could also be an option that Luis Enrique could call up. So guys, what do you think? Who do you think Luis Enrique might call? Please make sure you drop your comments down below on that. With that, we have come to an end of this episode. Thanks so much for watching. Until next time. Bye for now.